Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, or whatever the time of the day or night it is that you're tuning into the First Report 20.0 with Fletcher Tabuteau.
And this guy, Clayton Mitchell.
Great to have you back, mate. I've got something that I prepared earlier.
Oh, what's this?
Happy birthday, mate. Look at that.
Are you serious?
A delicate pedal for you. How's it? Like, that's not bad, eh? Sensitive new age guy loves to get flowers for his birthday.
Thanks so much, mate.
All right, let's get on with the show. You've been away for some time, and we haven't sort of got to touch base for a while. Japan, we're talking about energy. Give us a bit of an update on what's going on over there.
Well, actually, one of the best things for me was it was an incredibly busy recess, but it was all in New Zealand.
First time ever.
Yeah.
He's always overseas.
Yeah, and it's, I know it sounds glamorous, I keep saying this, but man, it's tough. So, it was actually
I think your wife's loving you being away, isn't she? I'm
That's what
joking,
she tells
Karen.
me.
I'm joking. I know you
tells
listen.
me anyway. So, Japanese New Zealand Business Council went there, spoke about energy. Really exciting stuff going on.
Hydrogen?
Yeah, hydrogen is a big part of that. But,
Tell us about that part.
Geothermal as well,
Okay.
and well, hydrogen. It's actually a lot closer than people think.
Yeah.
Like it's literally a technology that is here today.
You get hydrogen out of water, right? So it's turning essentially water with huge amounts of electricity, which is why New Zealand's been looked at as a reasonable place to do this.
Well, actually, the pitch to the rest of the world and to Japan is it's clean hydrogen, it's green hydrogen.
Beautiful.
Because of our renewable energies.
Keep our green compadres happy.
And the way we can do it. Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, of course.
And then, I mean, so busy. But I tell you what, just as an aside, yesterday in the street, first person to come up to me and go, "Hey, Fletch, love your videos."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah.
Who was that?
Well, he didn't say his name.
Oh, wow.
I went back to say hello, and he goes, "Oh, no, I just know you from the video." So.
Who's your mate that sits beside you?
Yeah.
Strange fellow.
No,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
named you too.
Oh,
But
did he?
Yeah.
Well, we have a fan, people. All right. Now, on contrast, you haven't been away. You've been staying local. I have been away.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a big trip, actually, and important job that you do there, kind of for Parliament. So
I know some people have been calling it a junket.
No.
It wasn't a junket.
No.
It was actually a genuine trip overseas. I went to London for the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association AGM, and I did a piece on, did a discussion document around the feasibility and sustainability of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, or the CPA. And the role of the CPA is to get better democracy outcomes. And we work with, obviously, the Commonwealth. 180 members, and we need to look at how we can actually get better civic programs pre and post election programming underway, which is fantastic. And we share an acknowledgement and an understanding in New Zealand that we have one of only 9 countries in the world who have got an unbroken history of democracy, but the vast majority of the world, and certainly even parts of the Commonwealth, don't share that same history, and even some of them even today tinkering on the verge of losing that democracy.
So much luckier than we realise here in New Zealand.
Oh, we are.
Unbroken line of democracy, really important, incredible.
Some announcements in the House?
Well, it's been a huge week for the House. Actually, why don't you tell us firstly, though, about the employment relations stuff?
Makes it sound like I led you into that question.
Well,
Okay, I did.
Yeah.
So we've just had the second reading of the Employment Relations Amendment Bill. Now that's something that has been in the pipeline for just on a year. In fact, this time last year, as we were going into the 100 days of the new government announcements, we talked about the work that we were going to be doing in the employment relations space. And we had a number of discussions. We went through the first reading. The bill went off to select committee, and at that point we realised there were some serious issues with the bill, some unintended consequences, and through the parliamentary process, through discussions and showing collegiality and stability of a solid MMP government, we have moderated and mediated this bill to get to a much better place than we were before. And I have to say, it was great to be part of those discussions. Be great to be part of the solution of some of those problems. And essentially what we've done is given an opt-out clause for those multi-employment collective agreements, or MECAs, which we didn't have previously. And the reasoning behind that is we didn't want to see the cost structures of the city centres being forced upon those provincial and regional parts of the country. So i.e., if you had a MECA, a multi-employment collective agreement, say for Auckland-based organisation, a steel working frame or an engineering shop, then the costs obviously to operate in Auckland are far greater than that in Invercargill, for example, but Invercargill would be locked into those cost structures, and that was unworkable. And then we worked on the access to workplaces for union members, and we've come to a much better position there, where it's the status quo, where union members need to contact the bosses before they enter into a workplace, unless there is a collective agreement in place where they can actually then go and enter.
And you and I have both been business owners in our time, but most people won't realise I've been a union rep at regional level. You know,
I didn't even know that.
Used to come down to Wellington to represent, and I think I think this is a good common sense solution, which is a hard sales pitch in terms of politics to New Zealand, but I think we've come to a really good place, and it was great to have a lot of discussions, not only with different union people who came here to Wellington, to Rotorua, to my office, but also business.
100% right.
Yeah, I think it's been a good outcome.
And the feedback from business sector has been outstanding. We've had Business New Zealand come out and support the work that we've done to get this bill into a much better place. EMA, Employment Manufacturers Association, and a plethora of other businesses have reached out. But as well as that, we've actually got some really good reach out from individuals, from small business owners, as well as the unions, are saying, "Hey, this is MMP working."
It's been great.
So look, that's we're quite up on time.
So next time I'll do all the talking.
Sorry about that. Lots to talk about this time around.
No, it's been great, mate.
So until next week, we've got 3.5 weeks till Christmas time, but we'll be touching base with you over that period as well. So until then.
Cheers, everyone. See you later.
See you.